60 seconds.
I meet the girl at the bar, and I find out she's a Siamese twin.
All right, we got 60. 1 minute to finish peeing, people.
So I was making a...
All right, yo, right here. Focus, okay? How many people do we have participating in today's game?
Just keep them.
A single player. Well, isn't that really great? Go ahead and type in your name. Oh, yeah. Do you want a 7-question tournament length game or a full 21-question full game? All right, thanks.
Almost filmed
30 seconds.
You have the letter B as your buzzer. That's B as in Bridges of Madison County.
Amazing.
20 seconds.
Remember, if you're in danger, save yourself, then save the contestant.
Ooh, 20 seconds. All right, listen, this is easy as pie. Pie the food, not the number. Question comes on the screen. You think you know the answer, you buzz in. You pick one of the choices on the screen. All right?
10 seconds.
We'll see you later.
9, 8,
how to end the show.
7,
All right,
6,
lose the death
5,
cup, please.
4,
Go to black.
3.
900 enemies. With enemies like these, you'll never have friends again.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hello, my name is Schmitty. This is You Don't Know Jack TV. If you would like a written transcript of today's show, just keep a pencil handy. Okay, you're all by yourself today? Don't worry about it. You imagine me right there next to you, mocking you. Okay, let's rock. All right, pick a category.
And now, climbing up the charts all the way to #1.
Let's have a big warm welcome for When There's Something Strange in the Tube. You give me a right answer, I'll give you $3,000. And now, your question. Well, suppose the Ghostbusters are hard up for work and decide to practice their trade on various TV shows. On which of the following shows would they not find a ghost to bust? Jennifer Slept Here, My Living Doll, My Mother the Car, or Topper? No, Topper was a 50s sitcom about a bunch of folks that die in a skiing accident. Yeah, they knew what funny was back then. For the curious, here's the right answer. The only show listed here that does not feature a ghost is My Living Doll. However, it did star Julie Newmar, so that means that not all busting is out of order. Give me a category. And our special guest tonight, M is for the many times she played me. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. You know how on Hawaii Five-0, Jack Lord's character is always saying, "Book 'em, Dano"? Well, if the famous mom of actor James MacArthur from Hawaii Five-0 had played his part instead, what might have been Jack Lord's altered tagline? "Book 'em, Helen. Book 'em, Joan. Book 'em, Betty." Or, "Book 'em, Tiger." I'm sorry, did you say something? Okay, now, here's a good answer. James MacArthur, who played Dano on Hawaii Five-0, he's the son of famous actress Helen Hayes. Not only was she the first lady of theater, but she looked awesome in a grass skirt and coconut bra. Oh yeah, baby. Throw me a category.
We're losing him,
On
Doctor.
my count. 1, 2, 3. Never mind.
For your enjoyment, widower, I just buried her. $1,000 at stake on this one. Hey, you know how nowadays they seem to have an AOL chat room for almost every conceivable interest? If you enter a chat room for single TV fathers whose spouses are deceased, which of the following member addresses will not be found in the room? Tom Corbett at CourtshipOfEddie'sFather.com, Bill Davis at FamilyAffair.com, Steve Douglas at MyThreeSons.com, or Andy Taylor at TheAndyGriffithShow.com. Nope, Andy's wife died mysteriously after eating one of Aunt Bee's pies.
Don't worry, Andy. We'll always have each other, and I'll never let anyone come between us, not even that little brat Opie.
Well, that'll make an exciting story, won't it? On the show Family Affair, Bill Davis is known as Uncle Bill. He's a bachelor who inherits Buffy, Jody, and Sissy. I think you can also reach Uncle Bill at www.mylifehasbeenruined.com. Time to pick a category. Hey, smart move, my friend. You just got your hands on a dis or dat. This Dissertat's category name is Just Some Good Old Homeboys. Yeah, now I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a character from The Dukes of Hazzard or Martin. As you see each one, if they're from The Dukes of Hazzard, press 1. If they're from Martin, press 2. And to skip it, press 4. I'll give you $500 for each right answer, and you lose $500 for each one you get wrong or that you don't get to. All right, I'm going to start you off with 30 seconds on the clock. And we're off. Enos, character from Duke. Otis. Jesse. Cooter. Shanae. Roscoe. Last one, Jerome. Ain't got no more. Not bad, not bad. Let's add your winnings to your total. All right, get over yourself. All right, I need a category. The category? A turkey. Oh, the horror! $3,000 for this one. Okay, bear with me here. You know that Thanksgiving episode of Cheers when the gang had a food fight over at Carla's house and Norm brought over that big giant turkey? Well, suppose that turkey uses the show as a springboard into a lucrative film career. Now, based on the name given to the giant turkey on the Thanksgiving Orphans episode of Cheers, what might be the title of his first feature film? Would it be Tyrannosaurus versus Turkeysaurus, King Kong versus King Turkey, Frankenstein versus Gobblestein, or Godzilla versus Birdzilla? A dinosaur and a turkey fighting? Are you kidding me? Everybody knows that years ago, dinosaurs and turkeys lived together in peace. That's the whole basis for Thanksgiving tradition. Duh! Does this ring a bell? On that famous Thanksgiving episode of Cheers, the giant bird is dubbed Birdzilla. That's right, Birdzilla is actually a bird, and Godzilla is actually a god. Category, please.
Tonight's topic, 6 in the workplace.
Let's see what we got going. Birds of a feather get good ratings. You get it right, you get $2K. All right, this is going to be a fill in the blank, so when you think you know the answer, you hit your buzzer and start typing. Suppose the classical composer Rossini were alive today and composing music for cartoons. Rossini's Thieving Magpie could be the theme for which famous cartoon pair of magpies? Yeah, do it. Start typing, then hit return. Heckle and Jekyll are the lovable, wacky magpies. But I don't know if Thieving Magpie is the best theme for them. I mean, as far as I remember, the charges were dropped, yeah? Give me a category.
Question 7 is dedicated to the men and women of trivia.
Today's specialties include, don't forget the unzip code. I'm going to make this one $1,000. Here's the question. If you were to come across a letter that begins with the TV show title Dear John and ends with the TV show title Love Sydney, what might be the subject of the letter? A little girl's crush on a teacher, an older man's interest in a divorced man, a crazy girl who wants her sister's husband, or a single mother's interest in a married man?
You big dummy.
So you don't lose any sleep over it. John Lacey is the Dear John character whose wife left him, and Sidney Shore is the guy who shares his apartment with a young woman and her daughter on Love Sydney. Yeah, the rest of the letter caused a much publicized boycott of the networks by certain religious groups. Throw me a category.
Join us as we explore the fascinating world of 8.
This category is known as the age-old question. How does $2,000 sound? Now, I'm sure you've all heard of the Sally Field comedy Gidget. It was on in the 60s. It was based on the film of the same name. You see, the reason I bring this up is, why is Gidget called Gidget? Her real name is Gina Bridget. She has several gigantic digits. She tends to giggle and fidget, or she's a girl who's not tall, but not a midget. Some guys started calling Francine Lawrence Gidget because she's a girl and she's small, kind of like a midget, but not, you know, a Gidget. Hey, could be worse. She could be a cross between a cow and a runt. All right, pick a category. All right, give it up for... Do you think she wears a Wonder Bra? I got $2,000 says you don't know this one. Okay, let's say you've just gotten engaged to Wonder Woman. Now you got to schedule the honeymoon. Say Wonder Woman wants to take a cruise and stop in at Paradise Island to visit her family. Judging by the island's location, what other ports might you visit while you're in the area? Cape Town and Antarctica, Miami and Bermuda, Honolulu and Maui, or Crete and Lesbos? The Isle of Lesbos. Wrong. But a man can dream, can't he? Hey, if you got a minute, take a look at this. Supposedly, Paradise Island is located somewhere in the Bermuda Triangle, so you could also hit Bermuda and Miami, you know, because they're 2 points of the triangle. And if you're nice, maybe she'll let you visit her Bermuda Triangle. All right, I need a category.
The following is a test of question 10. This is only a test.
Let's take a look at Award to the Wise. We're playing for $3,000 this time. All right, picture this. The cast from an 80s sitcom is gathering to have a Polish Our Emmys party because each of the leading actors won an Emmy for the show. What might happen at this party? The cast of Family Ties plays Twister, the Newhart Gang sings karaoke, the Golden Girls do the limbo, or the Night Court crew watches pornos. Each of the Golden Girls won an Emmy for their performance on the show. The Golden Girls doing the limbo. You know, I always imagined them as being quite flexible, especially that vixen Sophia, the way she'd stare at me from the TV set. Hey, you're halfway there. Let's see what happens in round 2. Now, in round 2, every question is worth twice as much, so there's going to be some big cash moving around. Let's get to it. Category, please.
11, come on, girl. Good question.
I believe this one is called Saturday Mornings and Your Tax Dollars at Work. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. Hey, you remember that song from Schoolhouse Rock, I'm Just a Bill? Suppose next Saturday you see the short educational cartoon, I'm Just Mr. Bill. What are you watching? A talking horse eating oats in the Oval Office, a bird chirping about checks and balances, an English butler serving in the Senate, or a small clay man being crushed by Congress. Mr. Bill is the animated clay figure from Saturday Night Live that's always getting crushed. I'm stuck in the elevator with Bob Packwood again. Oh, no! Time to pick a category. Open wide and get ready for Slippery When Dead. I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. Okay, I'm sure you'll remember from his big late 80s rock and roll hit that John Bon Jovi is a what? A cowboy. That's right, on a steel horse he rides. Why? Because he's wanted, man, dead or alive. Yeah! If bounty hunter Josh Randall from Wanted Dead or Alive were after John Bon Jovi, which actor would get to test Bon Jovi's loaded six-string? Pete Burns, Rutger Hauer, Steve McQueen, or John Walsh? Rutger Hauer. No, he's the bounty hunter's great-grandson in the 1980s movie. You see, this is a game about TV, not movies. That's a whole other question pack. And if you haven't tried it yet, please do. It's a lot of fun. You want to see what the smart money says? If Bon Jovi has a price on his head, Steve McQueen will play the bounty hunter with an empty pocket.
Nice six-string.
Nice sawed-off carbine.
Go for it.
All right, pick a category.
Flash, we interrupt this game to bring you a special question.
This one's called Pricks, Nicks, Hicks, Kicks. 4K coming your way for a right answer. All right, give me your best shot. If Variety reported a feud between the captain of the Leak and Lena and the mayor of Living Island, what would be the best headline? Torqued, Mork, Quirks, Rourke, Legal and Legal with Beagle, Tub Snubs, Rubs Cubby, or Top Huff and Puff, your boss puffin' stuff? Tough Huff and Puff Rebuffs Puffin' Stuff describes a feud between Horatio Huff and Puff, the captain on the cartoon Beanie and Cecil, and everyone's favorite orange cowboy and mayor of Living Island, H.R. Puffin' Stuff.
You want the flute? You can't handle the flute.
Throw me a category.
I remember growing up on the mountain and sharing my bedroom with 14.
For your viewing pleasure, moving on up the East Coast. We're talking 6K here, so pay attention. Eyes forward, we're going. Suppose George Jefferson were to make a special TV appearance on the show Wings. Considering his name, what would be the best advice to give him? Don't marry Faye or you'll die. Don't play checkers against Helen. Don't eat Joe's cooking or you'll barf. Or don't fly if Brian's your pilot. Survey says... I could have given you some cash if you picked this one. On Wings, all of Faye's ex-husbands were named George, and they all died. And if he ever does go on the show, he can offer Helen some advice with her diner. For instance, fish don't fry in the kitchen and beans don't burn on the grill. Give me a category. Yeah, chest strut fits dime whore.
It is time for observation.
Your gibberish category for today is eating cereal at gunpoint. The opening value of this gibberish question is going to be $10K. All right, listen up. Every second and a half, some of that cash is going to disappear. So if you want to win big, you got to move quick. Okay, listen up. Buzz in and tell me, what famous quote does this rhyme with? Fats gun stall. Yep, pour the brand. And don't get freaked out by that punctuation. First clue, they're the first words uttered live. Come here, Watson, I want you? No. They're the first words uttered live during the Go for it. Type in your answer and hit return. Yeah, okay, and I'm sure you've always heard it as that's one small step for man instead of for a man. But Mr. Neil Armstrong himself says that he said amen. So, if you want to send anyone a letter, address it to Neil. Category, please. May I introduce Missed It by That Much. If you know this one, you're getting $4,000. Okay, as we all know, when women lose their virginity, the act of penetration is known to break their hymen, a protective mucous membrane. You can stop tittering now. If Agent 99 from Get Smart were to break her hyme, one of hers would be broken. Her radio, her robot, her ray gun, or her shoe phone. Hyme is the name of Control's robot. But I doubt if Hyme is really broken. He probably just needs a good screw. All right, I need a category.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
God bless.
You're beautiful.
Well, what do we have here? The truth is stranger than Jerry Springer. You get a right answer, you're walking away with $4 grand. Okay, free your mind. Because he was the city's real-life mayor when the show debuted, on which show should Jerry Springer have done a cameo? Miami Vice, Dallas, WKRP in Cincinnati, or LA Law? WKRP in Cincinnati premiered in 1978, and Jerry Springer was Cincinnati's mayor from 77 to 81. And get this, and I swear to you, I am not making this up. This guy was elected mayor after resigning from the city council for being caught paying a prostitute with a check. And I thought the show was stupid. Time to pick a category.
You know what? You're playing great. I'll stop bugging you now. You know what? Actually, just one more question. Question 18.
We're calling this one Playing with Pigskins and Picking at Bad Skin. This one can get you $6,000. You know how your favorite TV shows are always teaching something valuable about life? Well, this week's lesson is teaching youngsters about love and life through football. Because an actual pro football player turned actor is not part of the show's regular cast, which scenario is least probable? MacGyver trains runaway teens to block. Hunter shows junkies the forearm shiver. Father Murphy runs orphan scrimmages. Or George Papadopoulos punts Webster. Now, you forgot about Merlin Olsen. Maybe he'll bring you some flowers for that sore brain of yours. Here's the one you didn't pick. MacGyver does not feature a former NFL star as part of its cast. Although if he had to, I bet MacGyver could make all the uniforms and equipment for the kids out of some tin foil and chewing gum. Throw me a category.
Minty cool, minty fresh 19.
Here we have Big Blue. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Think fast, it's question time. If you were to play marbles with the big blue marble, with what would you be playing? The Earth, Merlin's crystal ball, a sci-fi hero's good eye, or a dinosaur egg? Big Blue Marble. It's a kids show about other parts of the world. They call it that because from space, the Earth looks like a big blue marble. That's right. You know what sucks, though? When God knocks it out of the circle, you get earthquakes and an ice age. What's that? All right, pick a category.
Question 20 now concludes its broadcast day.
Coming at you, you're a big fat what? $2,000 for a correct answer. Okay, imagine you're a teacher and you're having a really bad day. You tell your students to bear with you because you're becoming a bit frazzled. Well, one little boy thinks you said, "I'm becoming a big fraggle," and he begins to freak out. Why? He thinks you're out to get Dorothy and Toto. He thinks you're about to eat him. He's waiting for you to turn into a big dog. Or he expects you to shrink and grow frizzy hair. Fraggles are those little frizzy-haired Muppets that live in the hole in the wall, otherwise known as Fraggle Rock. I had a teacher just like that in grade school. She lost her job when they found out she was a sock. Give me a category. Welcome to the Always in a Hurry. I bet you're a joy to hang out with. Here's your clue. Didn't you wear that yesterday? Now put on your thinking cap and good luck with this jack attack. That's the game. Wow, that victory was so strong it evoked memories of, well, not much, because it wasn't that strong. But here's some strong words for you.
You don't know Jack. Very nice work, people. Let's get those commercials going. Raul, hon, we doing this again?
Yeah, got it. Hey, look, player, if you want to play another game, all you have to do is let me know when you're all set.
They just can't remember each other's names.
My name's not Chachi, you idiot.
I don't care what your name is. I went to doodle with you, whatever.
Yes, those two lovable old characters are back with their own series.
How'd you like it if I called you Mickey?
My name's not Mickey.
That's my point.
Huh?
What? Fridays this fall. Senile Old Men.
Hey, Stinky, pass me the Cheetos.
Are you talking to me?
You're the only one here, ain't you?
Well, what about him?
Oh, that's a lamp, you idiot.
Oh.
Senile Old Men, the new show about nothing.
I thought he looked familiar.
What's the matter, Jane?
Jill, it's Roger. He pays more attention to that TV than he does to me.
I used to have the same problem, till I found out about the boob tube.
The boob tube?
It's a portable television with twin screens that you can strap to your chest.
Does it work?
I'll say. The boob tube saved my marriage. Last year, our anniversary fell on the same night as the Super Bowl. Thanks to the boob tube, we were able to have a romantic dinner out, and Dave still got to watch his precious game. And even though he was yelling at the referees, to onlookers, it looked like we were having a real conversation.
I wish other people thought Roger and I had real conversations.
Try the boob tube.
I will.
Later that evening.
Roger, what do you think of the dinner I made for you?
It's good! Yes!
Roger, what would you like to do after dinner?
Make a pass! Go for it! Run, you bastard, run!
Thanks, Boob Tube.
The Boob Tube by Chestovision, now featuring boob within a boob for your spouse's multiple viewing pleasure.
Each week on the Black Market Baby Roadshow, leading black market traders travel throughout the nation offering free appraisals of your unwanted or stolen children.
This is a relatively healthy 2-month-old baby girl. She has no noticeable scars. A fair price would be in the $20,000 to $30,000 range.
Watch as the Black Market Baby Roadshow cameras capture tales of long-neglected children snatched from attics, basements, and day daycare centers. I found this baby in a private nursery at a nearby estate.
This is an 8-month-old baby boy, and it's actually a distant relative of the British royal family and worth several $100,000.
Why, I had no idea. Black Market Baby Roadshow's featured guest experts also offer tips on the preservation and protection of your newly purchased Black Market child.
This baby is my second, my third cousin's kid. They was killed in a high-speed automobile collision.
So keep an eye on your local birth announcements and hop on the Black Market Baby Roadshow tour in a city near you.
Are you looking for the pure TV viewing experience? Think you're doomed to a life of endless interruptions such as the phone, your job, or even the call toward basic hygiene? Well, think again, my friend. The new Lounge Master lets you maximize your TV viewing pleasure the way TV was meant to be enjoyed. A true miracle breakthrough, the Lounge Master is science at its best. It comes with a built-in fridge and enough lumbar cross support for you to sleep in at full time. Think you need to work? Work is for suckers. Why do it when you've got a TV and the Lounge Master? The do-it-all Lounge Master makes the bathroom obsolete. This simple plastic attachment in the armrest never needs cleaning. Just apply the Lounge Master's handy suction funnel system and you're ready to go. With the Lounge Master, you never need to get up again. What are you waiting for? The Lounge Master. Sit your ass down.
Guys, let's face it, you don't have time to waste looking for that remote. Introducing the new Rollster. Genuine imitation leather remote control holster, the Rollster is crafted in the spirit of the great man who tamed the Wild West. If you're fed up with always having to look between the cushions of the couch or under last week's newspaper, then you need the Rollster. By fitting snugly on any pant loop or with the optional quick draw action belt, Rollster never lets you down because it's always by your side. You want control? You want Rollster.
Rollster available in gray, tan, black, and red clay. Genuine imitation brush leather hat, fringe vest, and couch spurs available separately.